There were a lot of things and experiences I couldn't have when I was growing up, partly because I grew up Amish and partly because my parents were just plain poor or didn't have a lot of money, I should say. So every time I missed out on something, I vowed to myself, when I'm grown up, I'm going to do that or I'm going to make that. We did not have a lot of pineapples when I was a child because they are expensive if you're buying them for a lot of people. So I always told myself, once I grow up, I'm going to eat a lot of pineapple. I'm going to make pineapple filling. I'm going to do everything with pineapple that I want to. So I have a pineapple here and we're going to make pineapple filling. And you need to start by cutting up your pineapple, and we're going to chop some of this, or you can just chop all of it depending on how much filling you're making. And this thing is beautifully ripe. It is nice and juicy. That's partly why I love pineapple so much, is because they ripen so nice. You could also just buy crushed pineapples instead of doing this. Now we're going to take whatever pot we're going to use to make our filling and put that pineapple in there. And I always like to rinse out my chopper with some pure unsweetened pineapple juice, and we're going to measure that out and add it to our crushed pineapple. Now we just put this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Then while that's coming to a boil, we take some Thermoflow or Permaflow. I'm using Permaflow because I got it at an Amish store, but if you don't have access to that, you can just go to Amazon and get some Thermoflow. We need to make a paste with this and water. Some other things that I always said I would experience once I grow up is going to town, because we weren't allowed to go to town. We did not go often. We were actually allowed to. Our parents just had to be with us. And so our parents didn't go to town often, so we had to take turns. And if you have 10 or 12 kids the way they did, your turn does not come around often. And if you're the second oldest, you often sacrifice your turn for your younger siblings so you don't have to break their heart. So now I go to town whenever I want to. I wouldn't say that bothers me anymore, but I know it used to when I was a little kid. Once your crushed pineapples and pineapple juice mixture comes to a boil on the stove, we're going to take that paste that we made with the water and Thermoflow, and we're going to whisk that in. It's going to thicken up very fast, so you have to whisk kind of fast. Just want to boil it until it turns thick and clear. Once that's thickened, we're going to turn the heat off. And I am not used to an electric stove. I've had this thing for a couple months already, and this thing is still wild to me. We're going to add some sugar to that and just whisk that in until the sugar is nice and dissolved. And it is that simple to make pineapple filling. I'm guessing you guys are seeing a pattern here with me making fillings. It does not take long, does not take a lot of ingredients. And if you want to can this, you just put it into your jars and then you just cold pack it for 5 minutes. Let's taste this and see if it's good. It is delicious. There's a reason I wanted to eat this more as a child. If you want this recipe, it is in my Amish cookbook. There are quite a few other fruit filling recipes in there, and there are over 220 other recipes in there as well. And it is on my website, socialsbylavina.com, which is linked in my profile, or depending what platform you're on, it is in the caption of this video. Or you can just go to your browser app, type into the search bar socialsbylavina.com, and it'll pop up. Enjoy!